All right, so are you ready to really get into this whole Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Because, we got a ton of stuff from you guys, articles and your own personal notes, and I was looking through it all, and it's crazy how much deeper this goes than just who won the fight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call this our deep dive into Tyson versus Paul.
Right.
But it's gonna be about way more than the punches.
Right.
We're gonna get into the whole debate about age and sports, the ethics of this whole thing, and even how we watch these mega fights in the future.
The future of fighting?
Yeah. So get ready for some mind-blowing stuff, I think.
I think so too.
Right off the bat, though, the thing that jumps out is just this crazy contrast between these two fighters.
Yeah, you've got Tyson, right?
Yeah.
A legend at 58, coming back after almost 2 decades?
We're crazy.
Against Jake Paul, who's 27?
Yeah.
A YouTube star turned boxer.
It's two totally different worlds colliding.
Right.
And, you gotta wonder, what was Tyson thinking coming back after all this time?
And especially with the health issues he was battling.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The sources detail how, before the fight even happened, Tyson was hospitalized.
Oh, wow.
With a stomach ulcer, he needed multiple blood transfusions.
No way.
Yeah, it was serious stuff.
And he lost a bunch of weight, too, right?
Did a significant amount.
So, how was he even cleared to fight?
I know that's what a lot of fans and even medical professionals were saying.
Is this even safe? It's not just about two guys in the ring anymore. It's about, their actual well-being.
Right, their health.
Especially at Tyson's age.
Exactly.
But the crazy part is, the fight still happened, and it was a huge moneymaker.
Oh, yeah. One source mentions that Tyson earned $20 million.
Get out of here.
With Paul taking home a staggering $40 million.
$40 million?
Yeah, it was a record-breaking event outside of Vegas in terms of revenue.
Wow, so did the money end up justifying the whole thing?
Well, that's a question a lot of people were asking.
Yeah.
Ethically, was it right to let Tyson fight?
Yeah.
Given his age and his health.
Some people even called it elderly abuse.
It's a strong term for sure.
It is.
But this fight really forced us to confront our ideas about age and athletic competition.
It's true. And what's crazy?
What's that?
I think this whole ethical debate wouldn't even be happening if Tyson had won.
Oh, that's interesting. You think so?
If Tyson had just dominated Paul,
yeah.
Would we still be questioning the ethics of it all?
Or would we be praising his, resilience and his, ability to overcome?
Totally.
It seems like the outcome really influences how we judge these things.
Yeah, it's like our moral compass gets all messed up when our favorite guy loses. But even though Tyson lost, he still claimed victory in a way.
Oh, how so?
He said he lost but still won because of everything he overcame to even step in the ring.
That's a really profound statement.
It is.
What does winning really mean in this context?
Right.
Is it just about the scoreboard?
Or is it about something more?
Exactly.
It makes you think.
It does.
But you know what? Okay. Let's actually dive into the fight itself now.
Okay. Yeah, let's break down
because people might not remember all the details.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so remember Tyson hadn't fought professionally in forever.
Almost 2 decades.
Yeah, and even though he's still got that power, age has to have slowed him down some.
Absolutely.
So one source breaks down the punch stats.
Oh, okay.
And get this, Tyson only landed 18% of his punches.
Oh, wow.
While Paul connected with 28%.
So Paul was more accurate.
Way more accurate.
Interesting.
But accuracy isn't everything in boxing, right?
Right.
Tyson still landed some bombs.
Oh, he did, for sure. There were glimpses of the old Iron Mike.
Yeah, but it sounds like those moments weren't enough.
Yeah, the sources point out that those bursts of power, they weren't consistent enough.
Got it.
Paul was able to keep a steady pace.
So he outlasted him.
He did, and he won by unanimous decision.
Okay, so we've got this aging legend pushing his limits, this young upstart proving himself, and a ton of money flying around.
A ton.
But there's another layer to this whole thing.
Oh, what's that?
That I thought was super interesting.
Okay.
And it's the streaming problem.
Oh, yeah, that was a mess.
Yeah. The sources mentioned that Netflix, which was streaming the fight, had all these technical difficulties.
Buffering, pixelation, all kinds of issues.
You'd think with all that money they'd have the tech stuff figured out.
You would think.
But apparently even people who paid to watch didn't get a smooth experience.
Crazy, right?
It is crazy.
What?
It's what is going on?
I mean, you think about it. People paid all this money to watch.
I know.
And then the feed freezes at a crucial moment.
Yeah, it's come on.
Totally ruins the experience.
And it's almost ironic, isn't it? We're talking about this fight old school boxing versus like this new internet celebrity thing.
Right.
And then the technology to watch it like can't even keep up.
Yeah, like the delivery method just couldn't handle the hype.
Totally. And it makes you think about
what?
Like how the outcome of the fight like really shapes how we view it.
Yeah.
Do you think if Tyson had won, people would have cared as much about the streaming problems?
That's a good question.
Like, would they have been more forgiving?
Maybe. I mean, it's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
But it definitely adds another layer of controversy.
Right on top of everything else.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered a lot.
We have.
The fight itself, the health concerns, the ethical stuff.
The money, the tech problems.
The tech problems, it's a lot.
It is.
But there's this one thing in the sources that you pointed out that I thought was super interesting.
Okay, what is it?
It was talking about how this fight, like, exposed this generational divide in how people view boxing.
It's true. You had some fans who grew up watching Tyson, back in the day.
Yeah, the originals.
The OG Iron Mike fans.
Yeah.
And they felt this sense of nostalgia.
Right, or even, like, protective of him.
Yeah, like he's their guy.
And then you have this younger generation who only know Jake Paul from, like, the internet.
From YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, and they saw this as, like, a legitimate boxing match.
Right, a test of skill.
Yeah, it's wild.
And it's not just about this one fight.
What do you mean?
Well, the sources point to this whole trend.
Okay.
Of these celebrity boxing matches.
Oh, right.
YouTubers, influencers, even athletes from other sports.
Stepping into the ring.
Exactly. And it's shaking things up for sure.
But is it a good thing?
Well, some critics say it's cheapening the sport.
Like turning it into more of a show than actual boxing.
Right. But you have to consider the other side too.
Which is?
These events are bringing in a whole new audience to boxing.
People who wouldn't normally watch.
Exactly. They're tuning in to see their favorite YouTubers fight.
So it's like a gateway to the sport.
Yeah, kind of.
And, I mean, if it gets more people interested in boxing, maybe that's not so bad.
Maybe not. It's definitely changing things up.
So the future of boxing is, like, up in the air.
It is. Will we see more of these celebrity matches?
Right. Will we see more old legends trying to make a comeback?
Who knows? But it's exciting.
It is this Tyson-Paul fight, like, really got people talking.
It did. It sparked a lot of debate.
And not just about the fight itself.
Right. It's about so much more.
And that's what I think makes this deep dive so fascinating.
What do you mean?
It's like all these different things coming together.
Yeah. Sports, entertainment, technology, ethics.
And even our own values.
It's a reflection of our world right now.
Totally. And for Tyson, it wasn't just about the fight.
What was it about then?
Like the sources talk about how determined he was to prove something to himself.
Like a personal victory.
Yeah, to overcome his health issues and step back in the ring at his age.
That takes serious guts.
It does, and regardless of the outcome.
That's a story that like really resonates with people.
Absolutely. It's about pushing boundaries and finding meaning.
Yeah, even when things are tough.
Even in the face of adversity.
And that's what makes this whole deep dive so powerful.
What do you mean?
It's not just about a fight.
Right.
It's about the human stories behind it. The questions it makes us ask about ourselves. And like a glimpse into how the world is changing.
It's bigger than boxing.
Way bigger.
For sure.
And it makes you think about like what's next.
Oh yeah, what's next for Tyson?
Yeah, like you flag something in the sources about a potential fight with Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jake's brother.
Tyson has said he's interested in fighting Logan next.
Wow. So knowing everything we know now about Tyson's health, the ethical stuff, the money, even those tech problems.
Right.
How should we approach this potential fight?
I think it's important to be informed, to know the complexities, to understand the risks.
For both guys. Exactly. And to think about the bigger picture.
Like, what does this mean for the sport of boxing?
Right. We can't just see it as entertainment anymore.
It's more than that.
It's deeper than that.
This deep dive has given us so much to think about.
It has. It's helped us see all the different sides.
Sports, entertainment, technology, even our own values.
It's all connected.
Totally. So as Tyson figures out his next move and the boxing world waits, I think we have a final question for everyone listening.
Okay, shoot.
If Tyson does fight Logan Paul, will you see the fight differently? Now that you know everything we've talked about.
That's a great question.
And there are no easy answers.
Nope. It's complicated.
So stay informed, stay engaged.
And keep asking questions.
Exactly. All right, that wraps up our deep dive into Tyson versus Paul.
It was a good one.
It was. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
See you next time.
And maybe we should all take up boxing just in case.
Just in case a YouTuber comes knocking.
You never know.